the DeLorean. Gull-wing doors rise effortlessly, beckoning you inside. Drive the DeLorean. Live the dream today.
So it's a sunny day in July, and I'm here at the Whitechapel Memorial Park in Troy, Michigan, to see the final resting place of an automotive genius, some say, the one and only John DeLorean. So John DeLorean was a rock star of the car world. He was a maverick engineer, and he had a Hollywood smile, and he had a huge vision. He helped create the muscle car era, and he stood up to corporate giants, and he built one of the most iconic automobiles in history. If you're a fan of Back to the Future, you definitely know what I'm talking about. John Zachary DeLorean was born January 6th, 1925 in Detroit, Michigan, which is about a half hour east of where we are now here in Troy, Michigan. He had a Romanian father, Hungarian mother. His upbringing was tough. His father was a union worker and a heavy drinker, and he was often abusive and absent in his mother and his life. He came from the grid of Detroit's working class, but he had an ambition way beyond the assembly line. He was a gifted student studying engineering, and he served in the military during World War II. And then he earned his master's at Chrysler Institute. And then by the late 50s, he was climbing the ranks at the, I believe then, Packard Motor Company. And he soon caught the attention of the General Motors higher-ups. And at GM's Pontiac division, DeLorean broke all the rules. In /64, he and his team created the Pontiac GTO, which was a bold, high-performance kind of sports car that kind of launched the sports car era back in the 60s. And then at the age of 40, he was the youngest division head in GM history. He was living like a celebrity. He drove Ferraris, he dated models, and wore tailored suits, had sideburns. He was a far cry from Detroit's conservative boardroom culture, if you will. He was kind of the Steve Jobs of the auto industry. Brilliant, charismatic, but ultimately a rebel in the wrong place at the wrong time. So by the mid-1970s, DeLorean grew kind of disillusioned with GM's resistance to innovation. In '73, he resigned, and shocking the industry with his goal being to build the car of the future. Safe, sleek, and of course, stainless steel. And I would say fuel efficient. That was kind of a goal back then. In 1975, he founded the DeLorean Motor Company, and his vision was kind of a futuristic car with gull-wing doors, a rear-mounted engine, and a stainless steel body that would never rust. Of course, being up here in the Midwest, that was a big plus for sure, because everything rusts in the Midwest. So the DMC-12, which is the car you know from Back to the Future, it looked like nothing else on the road. It kind of looked like a spaceship with sci-fi doors, and it turned heads. It turned heads for sure, right away. The DeLorean wasn't just a car, it was a statement, because you looked like you were kind of driving the future. But under the hood, problems began to unravel. Its Volvo V6 engine was kind of underpowered. The quality was poor, and the price tag was, at the time, nearly $25,000, which was pretty steep during a recession. And then by late '81, DMC was hemorrhaging cash. So with the company collapsing, DeLorean desperately sought investors to help keep his company afloat. And then in October of '82, he was arrested in Los Angeles in a hotel room, accused of conspiring to traffic $24 million worth of cocaine. The FBI sting operation was pretty elaborate They had been watching him for months, and many believe that DeLorean was entrapped because he maintained that he was lured into a scheme while trying to save his company. So he felt like he didn't have any other option. But so John DeLorean passed away from a stroke on March 19th of 2005. He was 80 years old, and this happened at the Overlook Hospital in Summit, New Jersey. And his ashes are interred here, where I am right now, at the Whitechapel Cemetery in Troy, Michigan. And we're currently looking for him. This one's been kind of difficult, but I know he has a headstone, a regular headstone. I've seen a photo of it, and I believe I know the area, but we just can't seem to locate him yet. So once we locate him, we'll be back. So we finally found him, the gravesite of John DeLorean, January 6th, 1925 to March 19th, 2005. And you can see some folks have been out here. There's some coins and, of course, the DeLorean car here at his gravesite. So if you come in to visit, he's kind of to your left from the entrance. That's the entrance right there. If you come in, go left, go around this first curve, he's right here on the right. Another identifying marker too is this, whatever this may be. It looks, there's steps coming down into it, so I'm not sure what this was or is, but whatever this is, he's right across from the corner. And there he is, John Z. DeLorean. Man of mystery. Rest in peace, John. So tell me, do you remember the DeLorean cars? Basically from the 80s and Back to the Future. Movies from the 80s were great. There's nothing like them. They always had the coolest stuff, including the DeLorean. But if you remember the car, let me know what you thought about it. Did you have one? Do you still have one? Every so often I'll see one driving around, maybe once a year or so. There can't be too many left, but let me know what you think. Did you have one? Do you like them? Do you hate them? What are your thoughts on the DeLorean? Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. Please like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel. And we'll see you next time.